guys, welcome back to another edition of Eats with Fefe. Guess what we got on the menu today? Nachos. Yeah, during this time of quarantine, let me show you. I'm making some chicken nachos. During this time of quarantine, let's talk. Since we can't do much, you know, a lot of people, we have a tendency to go to food as comfort. I do. So, I was sitting there looking at the serving size on those Tostitos chips. Just, these are regular Tostito chips. Restaurant style, and it says 7 chips is a serving size. Oh, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and leave me plenty of comments. So I was sitting, as I was getting this together, I had some other things that I wanted to put on the nachos, but then I got to thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of calories, you know. So I said I'm gonna have to go ahead and share this with my people. So I got some chorizo refried beans. Hold on, y'all. I didn't even get all my numbers. Hold on. Alright, guys. Let's get into this. So, what I did was I put this on my middle griller on the stove so that it can warm up that way. So, let's talk about these calories, y'all. So, 7 chips of these restaurant-style chips is a serving. And that is 140 calories. Now, this refried bean serving size is 160 calories. And I'm just like, wow. So, we're going to have to figure out how we can, well, I know how I can make it better. Omit some stuff. But we're not going to do it today. This cheese right here, this is the queso, Tostitos queso, and it's 150 calories because it's 45 calories per serving per teaspoon. And you see right there, I'm putting a teaspoon on per 2 teaspoons, and I'm putting a teaspoon basically on every single one. So basically, this is 3 servings, so that's where I got the 150. Because y'all already know, we like our stuff saucy. So I just wanted you guys to get an idea of what this serving size of nachos will be. Okay. And on the meat, what I decided to do was, this is 1 chicken thigh, but I'm only going to use half of it. Because I'm trying to save some calories somewhere. Because you're not going to believe how many calories is in my modified version. Because I had to put some stuff up because I couldn't put it on here because it's ridiculous. Because you know, there's a lot of people out there who are trying to lose weight. And so, you know what, we're just going to try to keep it as real as possible on this channel. Okay. We can eat that. So that was about half of my thigh. And so that half a thigh is 105 calories. And then we got this cheese here as well. I was going to make some barbecue style with some avocado, but then I couldn't put all that on there because you guys, just on this right here, you're not going to believe how many calories is off in here. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. And you'd be left looking like, what can I eat? Okay, so then we got our sour cream. Come on. Now I gotta have my sour cream unless I'm probably doing a seafood nacho. Then I'll probably opt for more. So let's see. We got the chips, we got the sour cream, we got the cheese, we got the queso, we got the chicken, we got the beans. Okay. So you guys, just this right here. Just this right here is a whopping 720 calories. Did I even put that? Yeah. Oh. 780. Because that's 2 servings of sour cream. And then our salsa here is 10 calories per serving, which is everything's 2 tablespoons, it seems like. So this is a whopping 780 calories, y'all. Oh, that's so good. And so if people want to know why they can't lose weight, it's portion size. You know, even if you've had, it's portion size, it's not drinking enough water. Or another thing people don't realize is some people don't eat enough. You could be 400 pounds, but if you've gone from eating 7,000 calories a day to eating 1,500 calories a day, even when you're trying to diet, if you've slowed your metabolism down that slow, you're still not going to lose weight. So it's kind of like a balancing act. And this right here, 10 calories per 2 tablespoons. But yeah, it's this is why dieting is hard. But it's kind of one of those things where, do you want to live a better quality of life, or do you, don't? So they say you're supposed to eat 2,000 calories a day. And the reason why I say that is because that's the medium. 1,500 for the average woman to 2,500 for the average man. Back in my heavy dieting days, the rule of thumb was how much ever you want to weigh, times that by 10, and that's how many calories you're supposed to consume. So if you want to weigh 150 calories, you weigh 150, you times 150 times 10, and 1,500 calories is where you want it to be. But you also have to take height into consideration, because if you're taller, like a 6-foot beauty, you don't need to be weighing 150 pounds. More like 175 at least, I would think. But the best thing to do is to go to your doctor. And have them check you out. And get you with a nutritionist. So you can find out how many calories you should eat. So it's an 80-20 rule. Weight loss is 80% what you eat and 20% what you do. So if you have a slow metabolism, what you have to do is get up and move. Even if you're not literally getting up and moving, you're doing arm exercises and leg exercises. That's a change from what you were doing before. I brought this up because, you guys, I had a patient that I had to sit on for 5 hours. My 12-hour shift wound up being a 15-hour shift. And 95% of his medical problems are her medical problems. It's because they are morbidly obese. When I left work, my side hurt so bad. This is what people got to understand. In the healthcare field, we can only do so much. We can treat your symptoms. That's it. He made it. By the grace of God. But it took everything I had. I ain't gonna lie, it took everything I had. I felt like my rib cage was busted up. Cause I was basically halfway in the bed with him. Yeah, it was such a stressful night. And don't get me wrong. I love my job. I do. But at some point in time, when you are, I'll put it like this. When you are morbidly obese or severely obese, by the time you get to the type of therapist that I am, you need to make some changes quick. Because at this point, it's life or death. I'll tell you the story. When I first started out, the fire department brought in this lady in the emergency room. And she might have been over 600 pounds. Wasn't the tallest thing. She came to the emergency room chronically because her oxygen levels were consistently low. But her body type was, her stomach was bigger than her body. So the only thing she would do was lay on her side. This last time she came in, she was tired, honey. You could see it in her face. She was tired. You could tell that she couldn't do anything for herself. And whoever was helping her was no longer helping her. Because she smelled of ammonia. Because you can tell where she peed and repeated and dried. It was so bad, so overwhelming. 2 of the emergency room doctors, who happened to be men, gave her a good bath. We had her on a breathing mask that gave her 100% oxygen. It was so heartbreaking, y'all. It was so heartbreaking to see. But the stress that excess weight put on her heart, it couldn't compensate anymore. So she needed 100% oxygen, which we normally breathe 21%, just to keep her levels at a safe range. And y'all, she was so tired. She took that mask off, and we kept putting it back on, And she said she's ready to go. So the doctors mediated and had her sign a DNR form, and basically said if she takes it off again, we can't force her to put it back on. She took it off, y'all, within 5 minutes. This lady was in, she was in between 40 and 50. But that's around the age that where I'm starting to see this morbidly obese population of people, when their heart can no longer compensate. It's heartbreaking. And now I get it. Nobody wants to go to the doctor. But every time you go to the doctor, they tell you you need to lose weight. Especially as a woman. It can seem very hurtful. But I can tell you this. If you go to a doctor and you are obese and your doctor tell you that you need to lose weight, your doctor actually care. It's those doctors that don't say nothing that don't care. Because if they truly had your best interest at heart, they would let you know that diabetes might go away if you lose that weight. That hypertension might go away if you lose that weight. You might not have to get knee replacements if you lose that weight. You might not have to get a hip replacement if you lose that weight. You might be able to get off these heart medications and reverse or stabilize some of the heart damage if you lose that weight. That's what they should tell you. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's easier than you think. So that's why I do my calorie counts, because I realize I know about calories, but there's so much more for me to learn, and I want to share it. You know, because the society we live in now, they want to spare your feelings instead of being honest with you and telling you the truth. You can take all the diet pills. Honey, I took Fefe, what was it called? Xenocal. You name it, I done it. All kinds of diet plans, doctor assisted, all that. I can tell you this. When you decide that you want to make the change, and you truly ready, oh, you can make change. But let's not have to get to that point. Let's learn a few things now. Whereas something as simple as one thing I say on my videos now, don't drink your calories. Beer, wine, alcohol, empty calories. So don't drink your calories. Don't do it. Drink plenty of water. And the reason why you want to drink plenty of water is because your body is what, 70+% water? It needs to be in balance. It needs a good solution to carry out its processes. Okay? So that's tool number one. Make it a lifestyle change. Don't make it a diet. You know? One thing that I do that I need to correct is I drink a lot of diet sodas. Not every day, but I drink one at least almost every day. Or part of one. I need to find... I do drink the Crystal Light packets in my water. I do that, but they're either 0 to 5 calories. So, even though I'm trying to gain weight, I'm not trying to have high cholesterol too. So, I actually think about what I'm going to eat. And I typically surround it around my protein or my main dish. I don't necessarily focus on the calories, but I do focus on the portion size. Okay? So, you might see me with a plate full of food, but if you watch my whole video, you know I ain't even ate a half of it. I think this is so important because this is one thing that you can control. You can't control genetics. Everybody in your family can. This is the thing about the whole genetics. Everybody in your family could be heavyset. That's not genetic. That's just lifestyle. So don't let nobody lie to you and tell you it's genetics. It is not genetics. It is them gravies, because they be so good. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with having it. But instead of having smothered pork chops, you know, every week, have it once a month. You know, think about your menu. And I'm telling you, this is something most doctors won't tell you, maybe except for Dr. Now. The medical community can only assist you. It's up to you to go through with it. The medical professional can only do so much. We're not miracle workers. We can give you the tools, but you have to pick those tools up and use them. And that's just the truth. You know, some people might get offended by this, but it is what it is. You know, but my heart really aches to see these people who are severely obese, morbid obese, whatever you call it, more than 50 pounds overweight. Well, more than 75 pounds overweight, and struggling. You know, and another thing that they don't tell you, once your body starts showing you signs of and symptoms of issues like hypertension, congestive heart failure, palpitations, they can only treat those symptoms. The only thing that's going to reverse that is a heart transplant. You know, or reversing the initial cause of it. So if it's typically 9 times out of 10, it's typically the weight loss. You got to lose the weight. You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When you go to the doctor, they're just going to be nice. Well, you know, you ought to try this and try that. What they really don't tell you is this is a life or death situation. It really is. It's a life or death situation, and if you're already knowing that you need to make changes, it's a mental thing. But you have a couple of options, and that's to either get on board, create a plan, and start your lifestyle change one thing at a time, or continue on with your bad habits, and you know it is what it is. You know, when I first came out of school, nearly 20 years ago, man, we had patients that I had to take care of. A lot of them were like ex-football players and stuff like that, or ex-athletes, and they had just let themselves go, and they blossomed up to a good 400 pounds, and they were hit trachs and was on a ventilator, and were in therapy because their body can no longer compensate. They went into what they call hypoventilation syndrome. So they were trach for airway patency and stuff like that. And it's one of those things where I think Dr. Boon Wong, oh dang, I can't think of his name, but there's a weight loss surgeon on YouTube, and he does tell you the truth. He ain't sugarcoating it. He's telling you the truth. He was one of the number one bariatric surgeons in the world. And I think he's got like 13 or 17 books out. If I can remember, I'll link his page in the book. I mean, in the description area. But this is a very serious matter, you know. And you know, listen, I've been, honey, anywhere from 120 to 265 pounds. Believe me. So I know the struggle, and I'm only 5'4". So when I tell you the struggle is real, but when I tell you when you get tired, it ain't nothing gonna stop you. But I ain't ran my mouth enough, you guys. Don't forget to be blessed, stay blessed, and be a blessing to somebody else, and smile at somebody. It's free, and you might just change their world. Hey, we in Corona season, so y'all stay 6 feet apart, okay? So you smile from a distance, okay? What they say, drive-bys. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace. Remember, honey, over here you are a star. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. If you think it might come off rude, that's okay. Put it there anyway. We'll figure out what your meaning is, and we'll work it out together. Okay? All right. Till next time, you guys. Bye. Peace.